There we go. Welcome in Rays of Love. I am Soulliaa Rae, and this is a mental wealth moment with me. It is May, so that means it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And last year, I was intentional, like with the work that I was doing. I was doing therapy full time, and was seeing clients and doing a lot of work through diagnosing things and like phase of life types of things, like supporting folks with transition, and supporting their mental and emotional bodies through their transitions. And so this is a different season, and I am so grateful that I am able to still talk about mental health, but it looked differently this season. And so I wanted to be intentional still about doing something for Mental Health Awareness Month because it is something that is near and dear to my heart, and it's a part of my everyday personal practice, and also my professional practice when I'm going out and teaching social emotional growth and development skills to students, to teachers, to businesses, to organizations. And I'm grateful that I'm in this new space. And so these videos are quick videos, just sharing some tools, some techniques, some things that I've learned in my own personal journey, being a human in this world, experiencing all of the societal implications of living, all of the personal implications of living, all of the humanness of living, right? This duality that exists, this joy, this sorrow that exists, like being a human experiencing, walking through this life, the tools that I use to keep my mental and emotional bodies together enough so that I'm able to do the work that I've been called to do. And so this first mental wealth moment is about gratitude, and we're taking a different approach. I feel like we live in a society now that everything is like really positive vibes, right? And I love that, right? I love when folks are being optimistic and talking in hope and talking in faith. Like, I love that, right? I think that is beautiful, and that's something that we should do. But sometimes we're really unrealistic with these positive vibes. We're unrealistic about how to achieve them. And sometimes we use it as a tool to escape like the negative things that are happening or that we're experiencing. And so this gratitude approach, I want to say feels a little different, just because we're starting in the place of like disgratitude. I don't want to say ungratefulness, but in that same vein of like looking at what is not so optimum, what is not so great, and how we can restructure our emotional and mental bodies till we get to a point where things feel a little bit more recovered, things feel a little bit better. So my gratitude even feels more genuine when I express it. So if you're driving or you're listening from your car or something like that, please don't fully practice with us. Just listen to my voice. And you are going to need something to write with in a notebook. I'm a very analog girl, so baby, I'm an analog girl and I love writing things down. So I have a notebook and a pen ready to go always, but that's not you, and you just have your phone or a computer or anything that you can use to take your notes, please do so if you're able to practice with us. So before we begin, we're just going to take some time to be present within our bodies. One of my favorite like clinical backing is the way that we integrate our body into the way our minds heal. Our bodies, our muscles have memory just like our brains have memory, and our body knows when we're anxious, sometimes before we know that we're anxious cognitively. Our body knows and understands when we're in danger, or when we're really feeling an excess of fear or just different emotions. Our body knows um, long before we are aware cognitively in a lot of situations. And so it's really important to pair our body back with the healing of our mind. And so one of my favorite like modes of intervention is anything that puts us back in our bodies, that makes us more aware of our surroundings, that pushes us to not use our minds to fully escape our present situation, and we're still in the here. I think it's very important for us to figure things out in the here. And so we're going to take some deep breaths. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and blow out those candles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue to deeply breathe. When your inhale is shorter than your exhale, you want your exhale to be twice as long. However you're counting, if you're not counting, if you're just feeling it, your exhale should be twice as long as that breath in. As you're deeply breathing, I want you to take some time and just feel your body. Start in your feet, feel the floor, move up your body into your lower legs. You're still deeply breathing. Move up your body into your upper legs. Move up your body into your your lower torso. Continue to move up your body to your midsection, your chest cavity, your shoulders, your neck, and your head. Notice any sensations as you continue to deeply breathe. Now, hopefully you are feeling a little bit more grounded in the space here together. The practice that we are doing is what I like to call opposites. So I know we normally start out with the positives and we're trying to, again, exude positivity. But for this activity, we are going to start with the things that are burdening us. So I want you to just make a simple T chart. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Make a T chart. Since we read from left to right, we're going to make our not so positive, our negative category, our burdensome category on the left. And then on the right, we're going to make a cross, our positive side on the right side. So again, we're working from left to right today. So I want you to think of one thing for sure. If you can get 3 things, shoot for 3, right? The more that we release, I believe, the better. And so you're going to write 3 things down this season that have been troubling you. So I know this is me just being transparent. right? Something that I've been struggling with this season um, is being present in like my present grief. So I lost a loved one, very significant loved one to me, and navigating grief has been so challenging over the last few months, like since November. And so I think one of the things that I have been struggling with is like not wanting to get to the future so quickly. I know for myself that it's easy for me to like go on to the next thing and move on to the next thing to kind of deal with or really not deal with the things that are happening. And so I've been having to be intentional about being present in the here. So my negative may sound like rushing to what is next, right? That's the thing I've been struggling with. That's the thing that's been my challenge. And then on the positive side, we're going to make the opposite of this negative thing. Like, what is something that I can do or be grateful for so that I don't feel like I have to rush to this next thing? And something that has been helpful and beneficial for me in combating rushing to the next thing is being grateful for books. We live in a social media age, and there are so many stimuli coming at us left and right through our devices, through the television, through even the way that companies conduct business now, right? We're sitting in front of a screen way more often than we used to be to communicate, to have meetings, to do all of these various different work tasks. And so something that has slowed me down in a lot of my own processes has been just this re-immersion of love for books and love to be still without my electronic device. Um, Something else that has been challenging for me this season, my attitude has shifted. And I know, I'm dealing with a lot of grief, working, mothering, all of these different things. But man, it used to be a lot harder to knock me off my square and get me to a point where I'm feeling like low to the point of not being able to function. And so the next negative thing, the thing that like I'm battling right now, right, is consistency in mood. Very general. And the way in which I'm combating, or the piece of like the thing that I'm grateful for, right, that is helping me battle this thing, is choosing laughter. That's been helping me with my mood. When situations are tough, when I can feel the shift in my attitude, like, okay, sis, like you're like, when I can feel the sadness, when I can feel the anger, all of these different things, like really choosing to focus on like it's not even that serious, you know? Choosing to step back into my body. Sister, if you were fine today, right? If you were being in this place of like joy and peace, really, it's really peace. If you were in a place of peace, would you really be mad right now? Or would you be laughing at this situation? Would you be mad right now? Or would you be like, okay, I don't even have time or the energy to deal with this today? How would you really respond if we weren't allowing this one mood to consume your actions and your behaviors. And so that's one thing. Um, Choosing the laughter, choosing to step back in my body and laugh. Like, it's not that serious right now. We're fine. Those are two examples, y'all, um, of this opposite gratitude practice. Again, you don't necessarily have to say that you're grateful for something in this moment, because this season has taught me that sometimes, bro, I can't even find it. I can't even find it. And that's crazy to say, and it's crazy to think about, right? Because I really believe that the breath that we are given is a blessing and something that we should rejoice in, right? And I feel like I've experienced this level of sorrow and grief to the point where I'm no longer excited about that, like that simple blessing, that thing that was not promised, that thing that I can always rejoice in, like not finding the joy in that. And we know like that's one of the main things of like feeling depressed or going through a depressive episode or a depressive season, like not being able to enjoy the small things in life, the things that used to bring you joy. It's not being able to enjoy. And so, really, we are just trying to figure out how to get our joy back, right? We are trying to figure out how to, the things that we're currently experiencing that are burdening us, what is the opposite of that, so that we can begin to walk in it and practice it. And it doesn't look like a consistent practice every day, right? There's some days that I read, there's some days that I don't, right? I don't feel like it. There's some days where I am being intentional about choosing laughter and choosing the joy in situations that are frustrating me or that are making me sad. But there's a lot of days that I don't choose that, and it's very much so spectrumy. But if you at least know where you are trying to get to and where you are trying to go, I'm learning that that is making my mental and emotional body, and I've seen it for other folks too. Their mental and emotional bodies, like just more able to continue on the journey, continue on their journey. We are living in a world that will constantly bring something about that will knock us off our square. We are living in a world that change is the only thing that is really consistent, right? And so we have to be able to recover. And this practice of opposites, right? Starting with your negative, and what is the opposite thing that can bring you back to a place of joy or a place of normalcy. Figuring out what that thing is and practicing it. That is the point of opposites. That is where you are headed with this activity. Again, it's very, very simple. All you're going to do is make a T chart. Make a T chart. We read left from right. So you're going to, on the left side, write the thing that's burning you or the negative thing that you're experiencing. And then on the right side, you are going to write the thing that is combating that. So combating my thing of rushing, I am uber grateful for books and the way that they've slowed me down. That's how I've been combating. That's what I was shown was my opposite to like this rushing, trying to escape my current suffering, right? Another way, another thing that's been burdening me is like this consistency of mood, like allowing small things that would not normally upset me or not normally make me sad, allowing them to, and figuring out what is the remedy to that. And it has been choosing laughter, stepping back inside my body, and choosing to not be controlled fully by my mental and emotional bodies when I know that they are not as well as they could be because of the environmental things happening around me. I hope you guys will practice this or do this week. It doesn't have to be today. I am going to save this video and upload it. So it will be available to watch. I might even cut it down a little bit because I was doing a lot of chatting, and I think that's the blessing of live. You can do a lot more chatting on live than in these kind of smaller video clips. And so I hope you will join me next week for a mental wealth moment. This has been a gratitude practice. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm praying that last month showers is bringing whatever you're needing in your garden to bloom this season to life. So excited to see y'all next week. Tomorrow, the midweek release is dropping. I think you guys will love it. So also tune in for that.